you're telling the slave, hey, those slaves are escaping. You're selling me out to the white man.
Why are you going that hard to bring me down when I didn't even really do nothing to tarnish your name? You saying wow to this kid?
PlaqueBoyMax, I deadass never heard of you.
No, he's
Oh man. Oh man.
Around a year ago, I posted the victims of PlaqueBoyMax, where I covered his beefs with the likes of Jace, DDG, Laserdym and Bruce Drop 'em Off. However, since then, Max has probably doubled or even tripled in size, unfortunately leading to more drama and altercations. So let's delve into the more victims of PlaqueBoyMax. Dave Blunt is a 23-year-old artist who gained popularity in 2024 for performing with an oxygen tank whilst in a wheelchair. He blew up very fast, with him quickly landing collaborations with Ye and even performing at Juice WRLD Day. Whether people actually liked his music or just saw him as a meme, it wasn't clear, but people seemed to love him, which is when Max decided to bring him on stream in the August of 2024, not only to sit and talk with him, but also to record music. Overall, it was a pretty good stream. They reacted to songs, conversed about gooning, made music, and Dave even performed it live on stream.
And you know, the other day, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Like I go in 7 times in like 3 hours. God damn.
With Max offering to do a follow-up stream where he takes Dave Blunt to the gym. Ultimately, it seemed like they had no problems with each other, but then weirdly, 5 months later in the January of 2025, on stream with Neon, Dave would state that he doesn't know why Max doesn't like him, whilst also revealing he invited him to be a judge on a cooking show and also to dress up as Santa Claus for a different stream, which he didn't take too kindly to.
Bro, like, I don't know why he does not like me. I didn't do nothing to him. He just be inviting me back to like do streams. Weird.
Like what?
Like he was like, hey bro, do you want to be a judge on the cooking show? I'm like, bro, why the would I want to be the judge? You invited me there because I'm big. Like I'm an artist. You know, I make music. Why are you inviting me to do a cooking show? And then after that, he invited me to be the phase Santa Claus.
Oh.
I want to be Santa Claus, you know what I'm saying? It's like...
Now honestly, I kind of see what Dave is saying here. He probably was invited onto these later streams because of his size and his liking of food. But it seems like he doesn't want people to see him as this meme, or just as this dude who is big. He wants people to take him seriously and like him for his music, not because he's dressed up as Santa Claus on a Twitch stream. However, the issue then is, why make a big part of your personality being big? I mean, his most viral song is literally about him not being able to put down the cup, and all the promo surrounding him is his problems with health. Max already had you on stream before where you did music related stuff, so is it now bad that he wants you on to do something different? Now, I don't think Dave's opinion of this is wrong, I just think he went about it the wrong way. He didn't have to come across in a way where he was being quite rude. He could have just said, nah, I don't want to go on Max's streams because I didn't like the ideas he was presenting and I want to stick to doing music related stuff. Because so far I've only played you what Dave said on Neon stream, because he would also rant on Max on a TikTok live.
He's just invited me to do like weird, like not weird, but like shit that's like humiliating after that. Like he tried to invite me to do like, hey man, you want to do this phase? You want to be a judge on a fucking cooking show? Why the f would I want to be a judge on a cooking show? Just because I'm big? Like, bro, you about to come there and like have me on some humiliation shit? Like, I'm an artist. The f you invited me to do a cooking show, and then after that, and be the phase house Santa Claus? Nigga, what? Like, what the f? I'm an artist. No, I'm not Santa Claus. Do I look like Tim Allen to you? I don't have any problem with PlaqueBoyMax. It just seemed like he don't really like me, or he wants to invite me to do some clown shit, and I'm not with all that.
And of course, Max would see all of this and respond on stream.
Mind you, bro, I have literally multiple counts of times had niggas do shit on my stream or come on stream that wasn't related to what they mainly do. For example, Dave Blunt, when you asked me, can I pull up to your 100-day party? You wasn't performing while you at the party. Same logic. Same logic. Now look, yes, you are a bigger guy. You be promoting and marketing your music through your weight. 100% you do, which is fine. That's your marketing scheme. but don't act like I'm some wild horse for asking you to be a cooking judge. But regardless, if you took it as disrespect, I apologize, because I wasn't trying to disrespect you. I can see how that would be humiliating. I understand. I'm in the wrong. I get it.
So as Max said, he even allowed Dave to pull up to his 100-day stream, which is of course not music related, just like the cooking judge and Santa Claus ideas. And I mean, Max even said he apologizes if Dave took offense to his suggestions, but it seemed like he didn't care and would continue dragging the situation, as just a couple days later he would preview a snippet which had some questionable lyrics.
PlaqueBoyMax invited me to play some Diddy games.
PlaqueBoyMax invited me to play some Diddy games. Now fans weren't really sure what he was referring to. Was this some new content ideas Max tried to get Dave to do, or was it just a cooking show and Santa Claus stuff?
Is he wrong though? Not really. I asked the nigga to come be Santa. I mean, Lacey was for sure gonna sit on his lap. That probably qualified like tier 2 Diddy. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like this not really a diss, this is more like narration. You feel me? Why did I do this? I mean, yeah, like nigga did the 10,000, 100,000 calorie challenge with Woo Wop. You feel me? Yo, like what the fuck? Bro, like yo, you can't do some shit like that and then be like, nah, bro, nah, this not the table though. Sorry, bro, you feel me? Sorry that I invited you to be Santa gang, you know?
So it seems like Dave was just in fact referencing the cooking show and Santa Claus ideas, with it now just seeming like he's dragging the situation and trying to clout chase, which I mean, promo wise it's a good idea, I guess, but overall makes him look desperate for clout. And as Max said towards the clip, if Dave is okay with doing 10,000 calorie challenges with other content creators, why is it so bad when Max invited him to do food related stuff? Seems slightly hypocritical. But with the situation going quite viral now, it would only continue getting brought up, with Dave once again standing his ground and saying he doesn't want to do Diddy stuff with Max.
He had asked me to be like a judge of a cooking show, and then he asked me to be Santa, and then I'm like, I don't know. I'm not gonna be phased out Santa Claus. What are you talking about? And then he went on his stream and he said some wild shit. Said some wild shit. It was like, yeah, phase members came to me and said they wanted a black Santa so they can do all types of Diddy frat boy on. Who? Me? Nah.
So here, Dave was actually referencing to when Max said like Lacey wants to sit on his lap if he came as Santa Claus, which I guess can be seen as weird, but also bro, it's just a joke. It's not that serious, especially with him then talking about how he would have smacked them if they tried to do something weird if he pulled up. Like, I don't know man, just relax. You make these jolly songs about not being able to put down the cup and that Can likes ladyboys, but now you're trying to act hard. It's like he wants to be seen as this meme and funny dude, but then for some reason is very angry at Max and upset with him at the entire Santa Claus idea. And another issue Dave had with this was the fact that the FaZe boys asked Max to ask Dave to be Santa Claus, with Dave presuming they didn't ask him himself because they are white and it wouldn't come across the right way.
But it's like, bro, you knew what they were trying to do and you invited me knowing that they were gonna do that.
Yep.
You're black. I'm black. Why would you invite me there to do that shit, bro? This is deeper than just like on some other shit, bro. This is like some black shit, bro. This is literally like you're telling the slave, hey, those slaves are escaping. You know what I'm saying? You're selling me out to the white man. You're using you as a pawn. You don't understand. They used you to ask me. Because they didn't ask me themselves. They used you. Why? Because you're black. Because I'm black.
No, I don't think that's why Max asked him instead of the other FaZe guys, because they're both black. I think it's simply because Max already knows him. They've met multiple times and has his contacts, so it's just easier. So overall, it seemed like Dave didn't like the original ideas of a cooking stream and acting as Santa Claus, with him then becoming even more upset after Max said he wants the FaZe boys to sit on his lap, which Dave wasn't a fan of, especially with him being a big user of the F slur, with really Dave ending off the situation saying, yeah, I'm still upset about what happened and I'll be upset about it however long I want to be.
People in the comments, oh, get over it, it's not that big of a deal. Like, Nick, who are you to tell me how to feel about something that was done to me? I'll get over that whenever I feel like it. And I'm gonna say it until I don't want to say it no more. Alright? Because it happened to me. So can say, get over it, it's not that big of a deal, you're dragging it. Yeah, I'm dragging it. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm dragging it.
So it seems like Dave felt disrespected by Max, however is happy to resolve things if he comes and apologizes to him. I mean, Max did admit before on a stream that the Santa Claus idea was a bit crazy, so I guess he did own up to what he said, but I guess that wasn't enough to make Dave Blunt happy. Overall, I guess we can see why Dave was so upset, but I also don't think it's that serious, especially when the entire reason he blew up in the first place is because he is a meme and gimmick. Taye Too Smooth is a streamer and content creator who many of you are probably familiar with, as he has appeared in Max's streams often. However, not only did he completely snake Max, he also has a very absurd digital footprint. So the first we got of Taye being quite an odd individual was a couple years back before he was affiliated with Max's community 5-star, and was instead part of streamers I'm Dante and Your Rage communities. Now another person who was a part of these communities was this girl called Mari. Now at this point in time, Mari was just an up-and-coming streamer and also a moderator for these other bigger streamers. Now for some reason, it seemed like Taye developed some sort of e-crush over her, which eventually led to a weird obsession. He would make multiple SoundCloud love songs about her.
This dude, Taye Too Smooth, right, made a song for Mari, said, I made a song for I'm Dante's daughter, Mari. First of all, like, why would you, how in any way do you think this is cool to say? And this is just weird to me, bro. Like, it's just still weird to me. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I then see this. It says, Mari loves me. Yo! Okay, this is OD. This is weird, bro.
And eventually, well, after she rejected him, he would proceed to make a video on his YouTube channel giving reasons why she should be banned. And not only that, after being dubbed by her, he would also make a diss track on her, and also make a video about how her boyfriend is a groomer. Of course, quite odd behavior. Well, after being exiled by Your Rage and his community, he would disappear for a year or so, and out of nowhere would start appearing on Max's streams.
Seeing you a community prostitute now.
I just feel like I wasn't really appreciated type shit, bro. So I went where I was accepted, you know. But I still fuck with y'all. Yeah, I'm saying, I mean, I'm still a part of 5-star, bro. We really gonna watch you. But you know, I just wanted to.
Bro, he couldn't take the YRG heat, so he had to run over to the next dick. You know what I'm saying? And get accepted somewhere. It's alright, bro. I was even talking about, I thought it was mafia or some shit. I don't even know where that. Yeah, he on everybody. He a prostitute for like 3 years. I don't know. Taye, is you the go-to fat when need a fat on the stream or something? Like, or what?
Where again, he would have some weird involvement with a girl, this time streamer Carney Rose. Now, this situation will be slightly different, as this time Taye would actually be participating in a challenge where he had to make a love song on Carney, which he in fact did. Now look, even though it was an odd challenge, at the end of the day, it wasn't anything serious or weird like the stuff he was doing with Mari, because he had to make a song for a challenge, which I'm presuming had some sort of prize that was a decent amount of money. But then, out of nowhere, Taye decided to upload a video titled Why Females Can't Succeed in the W/L Community, where he basically said that these quote-unquote female streamers do nothing on their streams apart from sit and look pretty, hoping lonely men will watch and give them money.
Majority of these female streamers just sit on their ass and not do like, honestly, like, it's just hard to watch, you know what I'm saying? And what's even harder to watch is the dudes in their chat thinking that they gonna just by sitting in their chat and chatting to him.
And after dissing Carney in this video, she reacted to it, presumably not having nice things to say towards Taye, which led to them a short time later hopping in a Discord call to sort things out, where Taye kind of crashed out.
You can sit there with that stupid ass laugh, but if you heard how niggas talk about you behind the scenes, you would really shut the fuck up. That fat ass nose, them ugly ass lips, everybody know you insecure about your face, dirty ass. Like, who the fuck you think you talking to? You can
feel me? So it's like this where it's like, come on, bro. Come on.
I mean, personally to me, this behavior seems a bit out of order. Like, sure, this is his character, he plays on stream, he's doing this to get clips, and Carney was making fun of him back, so it's kind of a fair fight, but I don't know, it's just really weird. Like, sure, this other dudes, but speaking like this to a girl is slightly odd. And what makes this worse is that this is of course his second time now acting weird towards girls. Making love songs, YouTube videos and diss tracks on Mari, making videos about how female streamers don't do anything, and then lashing out on Carney. It seemed like Taye had a weird pattern of behavior towards girl content creators. Now, even though it seemed like everyone saw him as this weirdo, Max would continue to keep Taye around and even start doing IRL content with him, where he would continue showing off his weird behavior, especially around females. Just look at this clip of Taye grabbing Max to pretend he's tough to impress the huzz.
Hold on, wait a minute. You know we big enough to really do something. No, not that ass. Yo, listen. Whoa, 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 hold on. No Julian, no Julian, no Julian.
You know what I seen? I seen him step on my new mountain.
Yeah, nigga, you stepping on her shit. Hey, you kind of strong, B. Hold on, I got some. You want me to do something about it? So let me.
Setting up your boy for validation from girls is crazy, especially with how Max has treated Taye. He's flown him out countless of times, let him participate in the 5-star house, stay in the FaZe crib, bet $13,000 on his boxing match, which he lost, and just overall gave him opportunities he didn't really deserve at all. And eventually, it would come back to bite Max. For the past 2 years or so, there has been these 2 accounts making posts in the 5-star Twitter community, saying things such as, Gauze doesn't even stream and I'm guessing you're one of Wayne's 5 viewers, poking fun at Max's friends Gauze and Wayne. I'ma just keep it a buck. Max L man's in this situation. Bro trying so hard to cover up the fact he's a promiscuous womanizer when we clearly know he is. Max should give Taye the 5k, get this to where Max sees it. Fella had a concussion and effed up his leg all for bro. Now at first you might think these tweets are coming from some sort of fan, but actually Taye would be exposed as the owner of 2 burner accounts that were talking down on Max and his friends.
Gauze doesn't even stream, and I'm guessing you're one of Wayne's 5 viewers. It's like, why would you tweet this about your bro? I'ma just keep it a buck. Max and L man's in this situation. Bro trying so hard to cover up the fact he's a promiscuous womanizer. Mind you, he's saying this while I pay for his flight out here. He's living in the crib. I got this. Bro, what's the point of this? So you telling me you talking shit in my house about me, calling me a promiscuous womanizer, and then you gonna go on TikTok saying you don't got a song with PlaqueBoyMax though? Hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. I been knew you was like a quote unquote, like, bro. I been knew is whatever I going on, but regardless, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look past it as the bro. But you a snake too? Yo, this is dead. This count. Max should give Taye the 5k to get this to where Max sees it. Had a concussion and fucked his leg up all for bro. Yo, this is crazy to look at. Taye deserves to get paid.
As on this same Twitter account, Taye would post a screenshot of someone's following search on Instagram, but he made one mistake. He took the screenshot on his own Instagram account, as not only does his account pop up first without even searching a name, but next to his name there is no follow or following button.
If this was not Taye's IG account, it would say follow or following right here or follow back. If this was not Taye's IG account, his shit would not pop up first without having to search his fucking name. Cause here's the thing, when you backdoor, you gonna get caught if you a dumb nigga. Taye, you're a dumb nigga. You're a dumb nigga. You should have knew this was coming.
And not only that, one of the accounts posted a screen recording of a TikTok live where it showed a join message, in which Taye Too Smooth's name popped up first, as it shows your join message first if you scroll up in the chat.
And then people pop up, and his say Taye Too Smooth join. Wow.
And there was more evidence. Not only did the 2 Twitter accounts use the same phone numbers, but the profile picture on one of the accounts was an image ripped straight from Pinterest. So yeah, the evidence was pretty damning. Making fun of his friends for having no viewers, calling Max a promiscuous womanizer, and saying Max should give him money on his burner account it's a bit crazy because Max let Taye basically have a career when he was blackballed from other streamer communities, just for him to tweet behind Max's back while sleeping on his couch. I mean, there'll be even more tweets. The majority of them were just kind of him hyping himself up and really trying to create good PR around his name, but then like this one where he's saying Max needs to switch up his streams. Like, bro, you're literally friends with this guy, just tell him that to his face. Don't go tweeting behind his back on a burner account.
I with Max so heavy, I'll just say this. It's time to go back to the basics. The segment where he used to be in calls with Batty Hub used to be so entertaining. He barely does drag. Never does song wars with his boys. Just tell me this. Yo, this is weird as fuck. Like, why don't you just tell me this? Why are you tweeting it in the comments? This so weird, bro.
And as usual with Taye, he would only continue to make things worse for himself, as after he was confronted by Max, he would get in a call with him and his friends, where he would try to deny the fact he was behind these accounts.
You're going explain why.
Yeah, I ain't do it. I don't know how. I ain't do it though. I don't know. Just cook me.
So instead of apologizing, you just gonna come in here lying? Like, at least apologize. How you talk shit about me when I flew you out here? You know how much money I've given you? You know how much money you've lost me?
I'm not lying. Alright, my fault, bro.
So then why did that shit say?
Hold on. We'll have to talk about it some other time. Low key, bro. Hold on.
There's no other time.
Yeah,
man.
I'm gonna hit you in 15.
I'm good, gang. It's cool. Alright, bro.
Alright.
Well, eventually Max and Taye would get in a call again, this time admitting to what he said and using the excuse of he's the punching bag of the group, so no one would ever take him or what he said seriously. So he used these Twitter accounts to help his PR and voice his opinion on everything related to Max's community, which I guess is true, he is the punching bag. However, it can be argued that he put himself in these positions. But again, I don't know, man. I don't think there's a valid excuse for talking down on your friends on an alt Twitter account, calling him a promiscuous womanizer. Like, I don't even know why he would say that. If he thought Max was acting weird towards some girls, he could have just messaged him saying, yo bro, that was low-key weird, maybe don't do that next time. Now honestly, in this call they were in, nothing would really be resolved, as for some reason Taye really just kept making it worse for himself. As this dude said in the comments, Taye kept choosing the worst dialogue options possible. Yeah, it's like no matter what Max said, in his own mind, Taye thought he was always right and had the perfect excuse for his actions.
Yo bro, I'm gonna be honest, gang. Like, once again, bro, obviously it's a cutoff just because if you do this once, you would do it again.
Bro, I'm not worried about the cutoffs, bro. It's good, bro. It's low key a blessing in disguise because it's like I'm free from like all the toxicity and the hate from the calm, bro. Just posting clips every time I look up after a stream. It's a clip of me getting hate formed in the 5-star community and shit.
And even when they got off the call, Taye on his stream said in regards to Max, that business is going to catch up to him and that he messes with Max enough to quote unquote not expose him.
What's up, bro?
You could expose me?
I didn't say I could expose you. I said I would never say anything crazy because you were talking about how I know this and I know that, but I would never say anything crazy about you. What goes around comes around, you feel me? That business is gonna catch up to him.
What?
And this is gonna see for who they really are. You feel me? We're bro enough to never like expose what his real, like, you feel me? His real I would never expose his real
Bro, you just said all of that.
Okay. You just asked me what I mean by that though.
No, yeah, so I'm asking.
So you're just gonna believe a clip, but can you go back to the beginning of my stream when I said, and see now laughing in my face? It's all good, bro.
You just said that. Like, Taye, you just said that. Like, I just watched you.
Why are you trying to? Why are you trying to make it seem like
you didn't?
What did I not say?
Are you trying to say the clip's AI?
Now, even though the majority of people were clowning Taye for being a weirdo and a loser, there were also many people that were just confused by this weird behavior because it seemed so off. People love to throw the term narcissist around a lot, but he genuinely might be one. thinks extremely highly of himself, grandiose sense of self-importance, gaslights others, lack of empathy, insecure, envious of more successful peers, projects negativity, shifts blame, takes no accountability, chronically lies, all of these seen in just one video. Actually insane and good thing Max has decided to cut him off. Taye was dead moving like one of them psychopaths. Overall, I just think Taye was not only jealous as he was around so many successful streamers and content creators whilst not having much traction around his name, but he was also tired of constantly being clowned and used as the punching bag. Now, this does not excuse his behavior, as he could have used all this negativity and played it off as a joke, sort of like how Dabo does it. He goes along with all the jokes people make about him and kind of uses it to build his career. But it seems like Taye didn't, and it really started getting to him, which led to him snaking his own friends. I mean, the warning signs were there from early on, and I mean even more recently. All his content was to do with women. Every single one of his Twitch streams is him going into other girls' chats and trying to raise them up, and if he failed, well, he would start crashing out on them.
Knocking gotta be the method.
I do not want to stream with you. I am...
Oh, okay.
I don't want to stream with you. I'm watching this show.
Okay.
I don't want to stream with you. I don't want to stream with you. I don't want to stream with you. I don't want to stream with you.
Okay.
Let me make that very clear. I just want to watch my show and eat my food and be left alone.
And that's why you'll never be great. And that's why you'll never be great.
Alone.
Let me check those follows real quick. Yeah, 5.1.
And actually, since we're on the topic of Taye with females, on those burner Twitter accounts, he would continue tweeting about Mari, years after she originally rejected him, showing us he never really changed as a person. He would post this clip of himself reacting to Mari walking off stage from the Streamer Awards, reacting to her, how do I say this, backside jiggling. He would even reply to one of her tweets with that same reaction, saying give Taye a chance. And to end it all off, Taye would cry on stream, whilst thanking his chat for the subs by playing boom sound effects.
Like,
yo, appreciate you for the sub.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
He gotta
This has happened before. Chat, this is a cycle. This is a cycle. I was part of this shit. I was part of this shit already, bro.
Thanks for the subs.
What?
No, he's
Oh man. Oh man. Chat.
Yo, I'm sorry.
You need to tell me if I do some up.
Yo, that's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny.
I mean, yeah, this situation is just sad. Max became really close friends with someone who ended up snaking him whilst sleeping on his sofa. And you know, there were warning signs and people tried to say Taye was weird, but you know, he was Max's friend and he probably thought he can help him out and you know, try and make him a better person. But it just didn't end up working out in the end.
Taye spoke to bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm like, this shit just like, I just don't get it. And you feel me, texting me, you know, I'm not gonna say what bro say out of privacy for this shit, but he's cooked. Those was his burners. He explained to me why, you know, he chopped it up, but it's like, gang, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's crazy. Watch Who's Your Bro.
Akademiks has been on PlaqueBoyMax's streams multiple times, mostly being a judge for his Song War series. However, one day, Akademiks would get in a call with this kid named Noor GXD. Noor is a Palestinian refugee who at this point in time was 15 years old. He has been a long-time member of Max's community 5-star, with him not only moderating his chat, but also appearing on stream countless of times, overall becoming quite a popular side character, even grabbing the attention of Kaisa Nat. Anyways, so as I said, in the January of 2025, Noor would be in a call with Akademiks and Tory Lanez' manager / assistant, I'm not sure, but his name is written by Ray. Now the way these three came together is this Ray guy has his own Discord server and is well associated with all these streamers. So long story short, Noor would ask them if he can join to play Fortnite and stream it live, to which they said yes. And remember what I just said, he told them beforehand he was live. Firstly, Ray would ask Noor what's his address so he can send over some female dancers.
Yo Noor, what's your address? I'm gonna send some strippers over there.
Slow down, yo. I am 15. I hope you know that, bro. You trying to get...
You scared of women, bro.
I'm not scared of women. Yo, bro, you trying to put me on a case. You trying to put them on a case.
So?
What you mean, so? That's weird.
Trying to look out.
Now Noor responded to this by saying, "Ayo, I'm 15, obviously alerting them to his age, as Akademiks and Tory's manager are fully grown men over 30. Which of course at first this could have been played off as, "Oh damn, I didn't know he was so young." But it seemed like this wasn't the case, and these fully grown men didn't care, as they only continued to make it worse, as then they would bring up his V card.
You know all the rappers lost their virginity to like old women, right? Like,
wait, hold on. So you tell me that there's not another 15-year-old that you can put down?
Yo, bro.
Yo, like, I'm serious. So there's not another 15-year-old you can put down.
You go to school?
And somehow it would only get more disgusting, as these fully grown men would then start asking Noor if they would allow Max to him.
If Max said he wanted to try dude, would you let him you?
No.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yo, you can have. Wait.
If I can't, I'm cutting you off.
No, yo. Suppose he's like, yo, bro. Listen, yo, you always wanted me to be next to you. Now I could be in. Pause.
Yo, I'm not gay.
Nah,
you suck a dick though.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Then they would start asking if he would do Max's sister, where again Noor would alert them of his age, which didn't faze them at all.
Yo, if Max got a sister and she threw you the box, would you smash?
He already has a sister.
Alright, if she threw you the box, would you smash?
No, because I'm 15.
What I mean?
What does that mean?
She's above 18.
What I mean?
Okay, what does that mean?
It will be
It'll be what?
That has nothing to do with you.
Now all these clips would of course begin surfacing on Twitter, going extremely viral, not for good reasons, as people were very concerned that Akademiks and Ray, two fully grown men, were talking to a 15-year-old like this, especially with them knowing he was streaming it live, leading basically to the entire internet calling them out and saying how disgusting they are.
Like, what the fuck? I don't even know what to say. This is crazy. Again, this kid is less than half than Akademiks' age, and he's got more fucking sense than Akademiks does. I'm sorry, like, what's the joke here? What's the joke?
What is happening? Didn't you know this was live or some shit? Even still, like, what the fuck? They knew? Yo, bro, why we talk about Max? How do you even say this live? How? Like, how do you even say this? Off stream is crazy in itself. You doing it off stream? I mean, you doing it live too? How? Like, how you even say it crazy like this?
Like, yo, chat. I know trolling and playing around, but it's like some not even funny though. It's just like, but this shit this is not even like, that's just weird. It's just weird, bro.
Now, with the whole situation being between Akademiks and Noor, and with Noor being largely affiliated with Max's community, Max would of course address this situation live on stream.
It's bad work, nasty work, and today's a great stream, and I'm not bringing it down with this weird energy. This very weird. I talked to Noor. Noor is good to make sure bro was good. I'm not gonna go through this shit. But once again, I didn't want to hide it in the comm either. I didn't want to hide it in the comm because it's like, then it's like, it looks like I'm hiding this shit when I'm not trying to hide it. This not some to give light to. You get what I'm saying? Joking around in the cord, you know, but it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. And I don't fuck with it. And I would appreciate it if you don't do that type of shit with my little bro. You know what I'm saying? He not my little bro, but you feel me? Like, that's not cool. That's not cool. And kids, if you ever in like discords, you feel me, where it's like joking around with you get what I'm saying? Like, just make sure you separate yourself from those situations. You know what I'm saying? I know it's kind of missing context, but like, bro, I don't want to go through it because it's like my sister coming up, weird shit. Like, no bull. What I mean by when be joking in they heads to act, and whoever was in that discord, they're joking, but it is certain shit you just don't say. You feel me? Like, it's certain shit, you feel me? Especially to a kid, nor 15. Once again, I don't think there was no ill intent, but it don't matter if there was ill intent or not. What was said was said, and that's not cool. To me, it's not cool to Noor.
Now, this wasn't Max's real official response, as on that same day, he was doing a stream with Central C, where they were reacting to his album and recording music. meaning he didn't really have time to go through everything and leave his opinion. However, of course, as I just played you, he contacted Noor to make sure he was okay, said that what happened was weird, and warned his younger viewers to stay safe on the internet. With it seeming like even though Max saw what Ak did and was not happy with it, later that night while on stream with Central C, Ak would call them, where Max would actually pick up.
Yo, classic! Wait, hold on. Yo, someone record this.
Akademiks gassing me up.
I got 100,000. There's no young nigga able to set. I'm saying is the truth. That's it. I'm off. Yo, keep doing y'all thing. And Max, yo, you nice for the engineer. I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Love, bro.
Love.
All right, bro.
Love. You can bust from school.
Anyways, with Akademiks being absolutely cooked and destroyed on social media, he would obviously respond to this situation, completely crashing out.
This Akademiks need to be on a yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, this turned me so off. Like, I swear to God, and I never swear to God, I never need to be on Kai, Max, Aiden, nobody's stream. I don't need none of nobody who stream. I got my own thing going on. So when I see this shit piss me off, I'm like, bro, I'm over here with these niggas, supporting them. Yo, I told Ray today, I said, bro, I almost hit Grand and said, bro, yo, that no more Max clips on my page. I'm supporting these niggas, and these niggas kicking my back in. I get nothing from it. I don't benefit if Max go up. I don't benefit if Aiden. Bro, I support them because I like these guys. I support them because I'm in the streaming community. I want them to go up. My nigga, you know, and I swear, on everything I love, I'm gonna show you how. If y'all think Ak is some type of real talk, I'm gonna show you how. Yo, Grand, I promise you, no more Max clips. I promise you. Every clip you see from Max from now on, I guarantee you, $3,000 a clip. Every label pay me that. I'm done with it. Not show no love for them niggas trying to kick my back in like I'm a weirdo. Show love. Ask that Aiden, bro. He was down to pay me. I told him, bro, I don't want no payment. Bro, I'm not gonna get caught. No.
You mad more at chat and what?
Bro, I don't care. Yo, no, because I show too much love. I show too much love, and I could just collect the bag. I show too much love. I show too much love. Yo, I show too much love to ever be called a weirdo. I show too much love. So I promise you, yo, Max, I love you, but these labels, they're on your now. They're gonna pay me $3,000 to $5,000 every time you see me on my page. Grant, it's clipped. I promise I'm done with that shit. Let's see how that go. My pocket's gonna get fat. I'm just not gonna get called no weirdo on no type of fuck community. I'm not doing it. Show love. I show love. I show love to Kai, Speed. I show love to all y'all. Y'all never gave me shit.
So it seemed like Ak was very upset at the fact people called his actions weird, even though his actions were weird. Like, bro, you can't deny the truth. What you did was very odd, so just apologize and move on. But no, Ak, he can't take the blame. Instead, he's telling us he doesn't need any of these streamers and will no longer be posting clips from Max's streams, seeming very upset at the fact Max said the situation is weird, which shouldn't make Ak angry, as Max didn't say Akademiks was weird, he just said the situation that happened was weird. And I mean, it is, like, you can't deny that. Anyways, a short time later, after being of course labeled a group and PDF file by the entirety of Twitter, he would get on stream and actually apologize whilst on the phone with Max.
Try to connect with people is like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo, Ak sound crazy in this clip. Let me call him. I gotta call him that, yo, if this is what he's on, and you could stand on that. If you call me and I was just like, nah, that's how I talk to little kids. And you could be like, man, this Ak is weird. Here's the thing though, because yo, right now you're in the process of blowing up, right? When you say like one thing, everybody just runs with it. So like, you know what, everybody came to me and they were like, yo, damn, you called in when Max was with Central C, but Max called you a weirdo. He just says you're a weird ass nigga.
Okay, but look, Ak, see, one, don't let him do that, because I ain't call you a weird ass nigga. If you look at the clip, I said what you said was weird too. If I ain't really with you and I hated you, I wouldn't have picked that phone up, gang.
I agree too. I agree with that. I agree with that.
You feel me? And I still let you do your shit. Now look, once again, you just said a lot of shit, and I understand. Can you just take accountability and apologize to Nor? That's all. I get he was in the court, but please. And then we could call it off and it's good, it's whatever. And I apologize for not calling or texting you when it happened.
Yeah.
That's all I want, though, bro.
Yo, and I've said this multiple times. Listen, that conversation that people saw in that clip is not supposed to be a normal conversation between anybody who is of age and somebody under. Obviously, I said what the reasons was. I was on some big bro, little bro.
Now, people on Twitter didn't accept the apology at all, and most people just said this was a fake apology, just so everyone leaves him alone and stops calling him a weirdo, with Nor himself saying he apologized with a backhand as he tried to blame the 5-star community for being toxic, whilst also saying he's only apologizing because he got caught. Oh, whilst also calling him a PDF file. And then after Max got off the phone with Akademiks during his apology, he would then get on stream explaining that he still respects Akademiks, which is why he accepted his call whilst on stream with Central C, but what he did was still weird, and nothing can excuse that.
And gang, if I see you say some to my or yo, what you sister, why the would I call you about that? I'm gonna be like, yo, what type of weird is this? Mind you, y'all notice I've always said I that, but like, gang, you doing some weird. Yo, I don't care if it's my right hand man's my cousin. You do some. We all humans, bro. Do weird shit. Like shit happens. Now levels of weird clearly varies, but right? Nigga chopped it up. He said, yo, I wish you would have gave me a call because it was out of context. I said, which I don't know how it's out of context, but I'm like, you know what? You're right, bro. I should give you a call. You feel me? You be showing love, show me respect. I got you. Understand? But what you said to Nor was still uncalled for. There's no context with what you said to Nor is some regular. Nigga would not sit down and be on some shit like, yo, Nor, would you PlaqueBoyMax if he gave you the chance? What? Now look though, once again, he's saying that's how he trolls, but you gotta be careful who you in calls with. Nor's a 15-year-old kid. Why is he exposed to that environment? You never even met him in real life. You feel me? You never, etc.
But then very weirdly, someone behind the scenes tried to flip the situation on Max. This Akademiks TV account, who no one knows if it's ran by Akademiks himself or one of his employees, but they would start posting Max's old videos with captions that were misleading, suggesting that what he was doing was worse than what Akademiks did, which leads us onto Max's final response, where he would address absolutely everything. The first important thing Max spoke about was how Ak's apology was in fact fake, basically saying he's only apologizing because he's being confronted.
Just running around the apology a little, talking about something. Yo, if a nigga ever apologize to you when they say, yo, if this felt away, I apologize to them. That's not an apology. But I'm not finna sit here and argue with a grown man on why he should apologize to a kid for asking them these weird questions, because I have a life and some I gotta do.
Then Max would address how one of these Akademiks pages is posting screenshots and clips from Max's old videos and trying to flip the situation on him being the weirdo.
It come back today because this nigga burner page, whatever it is, someone running the second page, is taking clips from 3-4 years ago, posting them with captions that aren't true, trying to defame me and try to drag me down with Ak. Now, does Ak run this page? I don't think so. Do Ak most likely have control over this page? Yes. These are his mods, whoever's running it. Now look, Ak, I saw a clip of you saying F my community. I saw a clip of you saying F me. You don't need to post me. Don't post me. Don't post me then. I got here with my without any of your posts. I will never in my life put business over morals. God has tested me in this way multiple times to start this year. I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. Never, ever put business over your morals. Once you do that, that's selling your soul, in my opinion. I will never do that. And in fact, if you came on stream and just said, yo, bro, my bad, I shouldn't be saying this to a kid, which is not even something you have to argue. It would have blew over. Why are you getting your page, whether you're behind it or not, to go and try and tarnish my name with old clips? Now, what were these clips? There were clips talking about, oh, Max is telling a kid to wash his ass. All type of shit, whatever. There was a clip of, oh, Max put Nor on an E-Day with an OnlyFans girl. No, the f*** I didn't. Look, bro, it's literally just false captions. He's taking burner pages. It's a plug. On some Your Age, it's a plug channel. On some 2017 Your Age, it's a plug. Why are you going that hard to bring me down when I didn't even really do nothing to tarnish your name? You was talking, saying wild to this kid. I called it out and now you on my ass. Why are you trying to drag me? It's weird.
I mean, honestly, if you think about it, there is no reason for Akademiks to be this upset at Max. Akademiks clearly said weird stuff to this kid and got called out by the internet. The only thing Max said was that the situation was weird, not even directly calling Akademiks a weirdo, just the entire situation. So for then Ak to crash out, give a fake apology, and then try make Max seem like the weirdo, it's just sad and pathetic, clearly showing us Akademiks never felt like he did anything wrong in the first place, which left many people concerned. If this is what he says on stream, imagine what he's doing off stream. And I mean, with him having a very dodgy past with many legal troubles, well, we can only imagine what's going on behind the camera. In the January of 2025, Max would be in the first week of his 365 days of streaming, where at this point in time he would be staying in an Airbnb he had booked for his stay in New York. Well, on the 6th of January, Max would be doing one of his popular In The Booth streams with the group 41 and Diorvsyou. They were also supposed to have Trippie Redd, but he didn't make it. Anyways, so Diorvsyou would end up inviting Bayswag to come on stream. And then Bayswag would ask Max if Fivio Foreign can pull up. Now, this is where the first issue arose, as Max told him, sure, but don't pull up deep. Meaning, don't bring a bunch of your friends, as of course, he probably doesn't want to have this place he is living in full of random dudes he doesn't know, especially with some of these goons and crash dummies these rappers be having with them.
And he said, yo, Fivio in the area, he could pull up too. It'd be like good for New York, etc. I'm like, okay, cool. But I told him, yo, please don't pull up deep. I was about to say no to the whole because they were saying they might be with Mad. I'm like, nah. But then I was like, you know what? It's all good. So love. Pull up. Feel me? It was cool. Dap up. Came with some, you feel me? Some girls on the side. It was all good though. It wasn't too OD.
And at first, it'll be pretty chill. They just sat around, had fun on stream, and even made a song. Fivio did unfortunately bring a couple of his friends around, but it wasn't a big deal. But then, a short time later, he would get on the phone with Lil Tjay, where he would show him on the phone to Max, saying what's up. But little did Max know, he actually invited Tjay to pull up. Now, not only did Max not know Tjay was coming, but also that he was arriving with even more goons.
Danner's mad.
I was good,
How you coming?
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
What's up?
Oh, yeah.
And this is where it started getting weird. There was about 15 people in the room with Max, with him knowing only probably 4 of those, which was of course probably quite uncomfortable. Imagine you're sat in front of your desk and you have like 12 or 13 people that you don't know at all, huddled up in different groups behind you. But honestly, it didn't really look like Max was too uncomfortable. He had Bayswag, Diorvsyou and 41 around him, where they were just vibing to some of the music they were playing. However, things would unfortunately get worse. As you know those people in the back? Yeah, well, they would all begin smoking.
I want to smoke.
What's that? Is this right? Yeah. Oh.
Stop playing the song. Stop playing the song.
What'd you say?
Stop playing the song.
Who's smoking? Who's smoking? Yo, TJ.
What's up? Who the
Yo, this a B&B. You can't smoke in here. They don't go off.
Oh, this
Yeah. I appreciate you though. But yeah.
Yo, tell say play the song we just made.
I got you.
We just made a song.
Not a big deal, right? Someone starts smoking who didn't know they weren't allowed to. So you tell them to stop and you carry on with your day. And it's not like Max was being petty. He himself previously smoked in his Airbnb and the fire alarm went off for hours and he couldn't turn it off. So if it went off right there when Tjay was smoking, Max would have to end the stream, wasting an entire night.
Because I smoked in the B&B and the fire alarm went off for 3 hours. And it wouldn't come off. So if these fire alarms go off, this stream is over. Which I explained to them. If this fire alarm goes off, this stream is over. It's over! Regardless of what the reason is to why I say don't smoke in my crib, don't smoke in my crib if I ask you not to smoke in my crib. It's a respect thing.
But of course they didn't listen and carried on smoking, with Max having to tell them to stop smoking once again.
Yo, bro. Yo, you can't smoke in here. Don't go off. Like, please. I appreciate you. Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. If niggas smoking here, I'm gonna have to shut this bitch down. Like, the stream done.
Out to the back. Backyard.
Like there's a backyard.
Oh,
Let Uncle.
It's in the back. Can you show them? Oh, they different? Alright. Alright, buddy.
I think he outside, Fabi.
I mean, Max even offered them to go outside, but it seems like they didn't want to and just ended up leaving. And quite disrespectfully, as I'll play you on screen, Fivio even blew smoke in Max's face on his way out. Yikes. So that was pretty much it. They left and it was no big deal, which was until everyone started clipping it and posting it on Twitter, which led to the entire situation going insanely viral. I would say it was around 80% of people being shocked at how stupid and petty they were being, with the other 20% saying, well bro, they are rappers, you can tell them not to smoke. Now look, I don't think I even have to explain why what they did was wrong. I think it's quite obvious. You don't come to someone's house and really start smoking inside without asking. If you've watched any of other Max's streams, you know that literally all the other rappers ask first if they can smoke. And second of all, you don't continue smoking after someone has told you to stop. It's a simple respect thing. Now the next day, Max would respond to the situation on stream, basically breaking down everything that happened, whilst also saying, I have no issues with Fivio or TJ, and I'm down to work with them, but you just got to respect me.
I'm not trying to work with niggas who don't respect me. I don't give a if you're Fivio Foreign, Lil Tjay, or if you're, I don't know, Dell. It don't matter. If you don't respect what I do, I don't want to work with you. So, here's what it is. It's never gonna get done. You see Bass Swag, 4-1, Cash Cobain, every artist I've ever invited on stream, all them niggas have respected me, I respect them, and we have fun and it's good vibes every time. This is the first time some shit ever happened like this. Like, I don't fuck with that shit personally, you know? It's no bad blood to them. Shout out Lil Tjay, shout out Fivio Foreign. I'm not finna come on here and be like calling out their name. Why would I do that? It's mad childish. It is what it is, but at the same time, gang, just respect my shit, please.
And this is not the first time Max has stood his ground against a rapper. Back around this time was when Drake would be on stream with Aiden Ross, where he would say to Aiden, hey, don't laugh at me, but I was watching PlaqueBoyMax till like 2 AM last night.
And I was like watching like PlaqueBoyMax. Yep. I was watching like a live studio session and shit. And I was like, yo, Aiden would just troll me so hard for watching this. I watched it for like an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Told y'all, bro, he's really tapped in. Really
One thing I will say, and this is me keeping it tall. I don't like, even though it's like Drake, I don't like how he said that. I don't f that shit at all. How he said it, he was like, he laughed like, I was watching PlaqueBoyMax. Like, what are you laughing at? I don't f with that shit. I was talking to my cousin about it. I'm like, what are you laughing at? Why would Aiden troll you for watching this? Like, this is a game or something. But still, he's still showing love. He's still supporting. He's still watching. You feel me? I'm just keeping it a buck. Once you stop keeping it a buck with it, it's like now you like, you feel me? It's like you got to keep it a buck with it at all level, because if you stop doing that, then when you do keep it a buck, like, oh, why you not digging no more? You feel me? So I just got to be honest.
Obviously suggesting he would for some reason be clowned for watching Max, with Max not really liking the disrespect, and with him not allowing another man to disrespect him, it would actually end up working out for him, as Drake would follow him and they would sort out their business behind the scenes.
And what happened? I said, yo, I appreciate the love, and the fact that he's even tapping in is an honor. Like, you feel me? That means I'm doing something right. But I said I didn't like how he dismissed me as if my shit is a game, because it's not. Now, a bunch of little ass niggas, of course, on Twitter got they hurt because all they do is suck all day. And it was getting tight at me standing my ground as a man. But regardless, every time I'm going to stand my ground as a man and stand up for what I believe in. And what happened? Drake followed me. Yesterday, because I stood my ground as a man, this is a lesson to all of y'all. I talked to Drake for the first time. So shout out to Drake. You feel me? Obviously, I'm not going, that's a private conversation or whatever. Like, we ain't talk, it's just messages. Shout out to Drake.
Anyways, back to TJ and Fivio. Well, they would only continue making things worse for themselves. Firstly, TJ would respond on stream where he doubled down and refused to admit he was in the wrong.
But if I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro, like, I pulled up for Favi. PlaqueBoyMax, no disrespect, I deadass didn't know you, I never heard of you. I pulled up for Favi, bro. Everywhere I go, I be smoking. I pay the fine. How much this cost, bro? Real shit. How much this Of course, bro. I understand I came through with 20 goons, how you say. Wasn't that many, but I'm TJ, gang. I'm in New York. How you think I'm coming, bro? For me? Yo, stop smoking. Thank you. Nigga, I'm a hood, nigga. I still damn near feel like he was talking a little crazy, bro. Like, they ain't never do that. Y'all never been somewhere, no smoking, walk off, hit the from the hood, gang. How sensitive y'all gonna be? It is what it is, bro. Life go on, bro.
With him then getting fellow streamer DDG to join him on stream, where he tried using the excuse of, I'm from the Bronx and I was a felon at 13.
Yo, can you not smoke? Excuse me, a thank you, or appreciate it. Like that, immediately. I ain't even put the blunt out, appreciate it. I'm like, you think I've been in jail, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been in jail as a minor, bro. I was a felon at 13. I don't know who supposed to think Lil Tjay is, bro. You feel me? Excuse me, appreciate it. What type of reaction you really think you gonna get from that, gang? Like, you think you my mother, bro? Like, for real, just slap the shit. I'm on camera, bro, so I'm...
And then Fivio, he would put out a tweet which read, but anyways, LA is on fire and you're worried, and Airbnb. I'm pretty sure he meant, and you're worried about your Airbnb. Anyways, with this of course being him telling Max to focus on the bigger problems, where he would end up getting absolutely cooked in the replies. He would also make TikToks regarding the situation that happened on stream, where he genuinely managed to somehow say literally nothing.
I guess it's story time, right? That I wasn't even going to really like address this shit for real, but I feel like it wouldn't be fair. Cause I can't let Max do this shit. So let's start. I walks in the B&B. You know the fucked up part about it is, y'all only watch the clips that come out. When we walked in the B&B, when I walked in with TJ, the first thing Max said to TJ was, the first stream I've ever watched was you and Aiden Ross. I swear to God, go rewatch it. I swear to God, they was cool. Everybody was cool with each other. They played the song me and 41 of them just made. We did a dance. We busted a dance to it. I ain't even know it was no weird vibes or nothing. I guess the chat must have said something to Max or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's when he was like, yo, you know, I'm gonna have to end the stream. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so this is part 2, right? Let me let y'all know before we get to the blunt situation how shit was going. And one of the things I seen a lot was I ain't dapped a nigga when I was leaving. First of all, y'all don't even really know the type of tension that was there. So I'm trying to get niggas out. I know my power and I know, you know what, you know what I'm saying, my strength, right? So I'm trying to disqualify all situations because I fuck with the Max nigga. I would've never came to the stream if I didn't. So I'm like trying to think about the fastest way out the door. I'm not thinking about giving nobody a pound. I just gave everybody pounds when I left the first time. I just came back. I just left the first time. So don't take the pound as you know what I'm saying? Like, my mind is somewhere else. Like, let's all leave, because niggas is saying don't smoke. The niggas that like to smoke, and you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want nobody to feel disrespected. All parties. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we out. You know what I'm saying?
And he would continue dragging and milking the situation, as later he would preview a snippet in which he said the lyrics, I smoked a blunt and went viral for a week, meet a streamer and make him hot as me, suggesting that in the smoking stream situation, Fivio's clout was the reason it went viral, not because him and TJ were acting like children, and that he somehow made Max hot, as in getting more attention. Which of course is not the truth. And my real name Max, and I already got plaques, I'm the real PlaqueBoyMax, suggesting that he is the real so-called PlaqueBoyMax because his name is Max and he has actual gold and platinum records, unlike Max who is just a streamer. And this is where the tide would soon turn on Max, as Fivio would send him the song so he can record his verse, with Max's verse not being so great, leading to him being cooked online.
I got hella plaques, bitch, I'm PlaqueBoyMax. Say they want smoke in here, I'm gonna take their ass to the back.
Anyways, this would lead to Fivio dropping the song solo, with it ending up being as one of his most popular songs in a very long time, not only showing us how badly he's fallen off, but also showing us how much he needed this clout boost from Max. And then TJ, well, he would drop merch, which is, yeah, I mean, just yikes, right? Like, these guys really went from dropping hit songs to milking streamer beef. Diorvsyou is an Atlanta-based rapper who has recently started gaining popularity in the underground, with him already grabbing the attention of Ye. Well, one day Max would be in a call with Silky, and also this girl called Yuri, where Silky would show this video of her in the studio with Diorvsyou 3 months ago.
We just see how you, we wanted to know how you was doing.
Don't do that. Stop playing.
Yeah, why would you put me in a call with
Yo,
Silky?
you spam bringing her.
Yeah, niggas is far, man.
Bro.
Wait, that's you?
Yeah, yeah, that's me.
I didn't even know. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know that's you?
Cause I knew they was recording. It's not like I'm trying to hide nothing.
I know. Oh, trust me. I know you're not trying to hide. But
Yeah, I'm not trying to hide nothing.
No, exactly. But what I'm trying to
That's
say.
old. That's from like December, November.
Oh, I know that's old. Because what I'm saying, his hair is different now. But wait, that's from December?
Yep.
This Silky is mad funny.
Now, for those who may not be familiar with who this girl is, well, Yuri is someone who has been on Max's streams many times and were very close friends, with some fans even suggesting that they dated. Now, I guess here Silky was trying to annoy Max by showing her with another dude, which honestly shouldn't really annoy him because it's not like they were together, but I mean, we never know. Maybe Max had some strong feelings towards her behind the scenes, so it could have hurt him a little bit. Anyways, this would end up escalating as Dior would see this and respond in his Instagram story. Your hoe effing a rapper, which is lyrics from Future's part on Charge Them Hoes a Fee. Now, of course, here Dior was just trying to antagonize Max, saying he's doing his girl, with him then following up on Twitter saying he egoed me at Lil Net's backstage, with it seeming like Dior was upset at the fact Max didn't acknowledge him at Netspend's birthday party show, which we can actually see from his stream. I mean, I wouldn't say Max ignored him. It seemed like Max was looking for someone whilst there was loud music blasting and there was hundreds of people around him. And then for Diorvsyou to walk up to him and try to speak to him whilst all that is going on, Max probably couldn't hear him or just didn't recognize him. Now, with this seemingly being quite petty and really over nothing, well, eventually Dior would share his DMs of PlaqueBoyMax where they made up, with Max saying he didn't see him at the show and that beforehand he actually hit him up to do a song wars, which Dior would end up appearing on a couple days later. Honestly, I have no idea why Dior got upset over this in the first place, or why he tried to annoy Max with the entire Yuri situation, but I guess it worked out as he got to appear on Song Wars after, which is probably a great move for his career. And that's the victims of PlaqueBoyMax part 2. Let me know what you guys think of all the situations. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.